Hello, and welcome to the video. I am Magus Verborum, aka the Magician of Words, and today we're starting a series that I'm calling Future Proofing, where we analyze gacha trends and use our big brains to determine if impulse control is the right move. Spoilers, it usually isn't. We're of course talking today about Chaos, the bounty hunting, cop-looking badass with a hunting dog, scythe, and big-ass gun. He is the first male banner for the game as part of the NTE 1.1 update. And to get into things, let's have a look at what exactly he can offer you in terms of combat potential. Chaos is a Lakshana element main DPS who needs to be kept on field as much as possible to reach his maximum potential, using basic attacks to turn his foes into criminals in order to render the verdict of his own upon them with his gun for massive damage. This puts him in direct competition with previous banner characters Nunnally and Lacrimosa, but his element puts him in charge, pun intended, of a completely different niche, as Lakshana is one of the three elements of the game's charge Esper reaction, requiring you to line up a cycle between Anima, Cosmos, and Lakshana characters in order to apply the effect, which grants the active character some additional ultimate energy, so that you, and by you I mean Chaos, can stack on some serious damage in the invulnerable state that ultimate activation gives you. Now, all reports from the CN servers indicate that Chaos is doing higher damage overall than Nunnally or Lacrimosa in their respective teams. So frankly, if you haven't got a main DPS, maybe because you're just starting the game or you've been saving up, Chaos is a decent pick for right now. Especially as the next update right around the corner will be bringing us Shinku and Iroi, a Cosmos and Anima element character respectively, who are similarly designed to be played together and will be a very expensive set of pulls for you to commit to. Now, if you already have a main DPS, if you have a Nunnally or you have a Lacrimosa, you've built them out, you're happy with them, and you're not really in a position to be building a second team, then I wouldn't really recommend pulling Chaos for his role in a fight. Now, if you are in a position for it, get that hunk of a man on your plate ASAP. Of course, if you don't have either of those characters, or you're already enjoying a charge-based playstyle, perhaps you're looking for an upgrade for Hathor or Skier, then Chaos is an excellent choice for a boost to your account potential. Now, of course, there are other reasons why you might like to pull for Chaos, and above all, if you like the design, if you like his aesthetic, you love the guy, go for it. Waifus and husbandos trump the meta every time. But for our sakes, let's talk about future-proofing your game with his utility abilities. Now, gacha games are designed to get you to spend your premium currency on the hottest new thing, whether it's the most recent, powerful, meta-creeping limited banner character, or an ability that gives your party a certain utility that you won't see anywhere else, or even splashing on sponsored events like the Porsche gacha. The point is always to keep you hungry to get the next big thing on the menu. If you do not have any immediate need for Chaos as a damage dealer at the core of your party, or your second party for that matter, then the rest of his abilities need to be looked at to determine whether or not he's going to be useful a year from now, 2 years from now, or even, God help us, 5 years. Chaos brings to the table two main quality of life bonuses: his teleporting dog and his fishing expertise. Now, we're going to start with the fishing because we want to get this out of the way. I'll be honest, it's pretty unexciting. There are 5 levels to the light skill, which is normal. All characters have their special light skills with 5 levels. And we can see that they, for Chaos, all make fishing slightly less tedious. Levels 1 and 4 let you buy more premium bait from the shop. This isn't a fishing guide you're watching right now, but as far as I know, the bait is, it's bait mostly, and you usually get better bang for your buck, or fish for your rod for your fish. That's what we'll go with. You'll get more rod for your fish just from using the universal bait option and putting a podcast on your second monitor. We'll have to see if Chaos's level 2 effect is significant, but my gut is telling me that it's not hecking worth it at all. Level 5 and 3, they do the same thing, right? They take 1 second off every cast. They may actually be the most useful of the bunch. It doesn't sound like a lot, but reducing the stamina of every fish you ever catch by 2, it does shave a whole 2 seconds off of every cast, which will eventually add up. So, after catching 60 fish every day, for example, you've saved a whole 2 minutes of time. which you can spend to do more other fun stuff in the game that isn't fishing. That sounds nice. So yeah, I think his fishing bonuses are fine, but nothing to really write home about. Moving on to his second utility ability, Chaos is able to set up to 2 dog-powered markers around the overworld to be permanent teleportation spots. Now, at face value, that might sound really cool. You know, being able to set your own home base locations that you can jump to at a moment's notice. But we've already seen that the devs at Hotter Studios can add teleports into the game at key locations. They've put them in the Witch's Hut and the Pink Paws heist event inside the bank. Now, that's not to say that we should rely on them for everything, including our teleports, but realistically, there just aren't that many locations that you can't drive or glide to in about 2 minutes of travel. I think that the true value of this skill isn't going to be for convenience of dailies, because the dailies are already quite fast to complete anyway. But rather for glitch hunting and sightseeing. I'm imagining placing a teleport marker halfway into a wall to bypass a puzzle, or get somewhere you're not supposed to be, get out of bounds. Not that I would ever legally, ethically recommend doing that on this YouTube channel. Or you could put one at the top of the Heather Sky Tower, for example, so you don't have to climb all the way up there again. And not to mention that a huge part of this game is exploring the city. Like, the main character of the game is Heathero. So if you're not driving around sightseeing, running into random events, you're kind of cutting a big part of the game out for yourself. So, you know, it's your choice if you want to teleport around the place. But I actually quite like driving around in the Porsche occasionally, even though the bike is more convenient. But that's beside the point. This video ain't about the bike. Anyway, to give a point of comparison here, all previous banner characters have come with a pretty significant upgrade to movement and exploration, or quality of life for mini games that you can't really find anywhere else. Now, Natalie's anti-grav special skill allows her to run up walls, which helps greatly with secret finding and navigation, especially within the towering infrastructure of New Heathero. Lacrimosa gives you flight, which is a good substitute for the anti-grav run if you don't already have Natalie, and you can even use it to help you reach some out of reach places, like the very top of the like visitor center on Sunward Island. Both of these characters significantly improve the experience of exploring moment to moment, finding secrets, getting from encounter to encounter, especially for the first time you move around the city and trying to find everything. Incredibly useful. Now, Hotori is a little bit different because she's not about making your movement easier, but rather completely stopping everyone else's with a time stop. You get it? It's a fun gimmick to use out in the world. You can see like rain pausing in the air, and you can stop the train so you can catch the train. There's all sorts of fun stuff you can do with it. And it's also practical. It pauses the timer in the Pink Paws heist, which can be really great for the clutch situations when you have 10 seconds to get out of the freaking bank and you don't know where the escape is. And in fights, like, it may do a similar amount of damage to anybody else's ultimate, but the time stop gives you some breathing room to plan out your next move. So there's utility even while it's improving your damage bonuses. All of these abilities of Nunley's, Lacrimosas, and Hothori's are good for longevity. I think that all limited banner characters are going to have something like this to make them interesting for players that aren't going to be invested in the combat side of things. But it's Hotori's unconventional kit that is most likely to stand the test of time and be future-proof. Like, seriously, when is the ability to stop time not going to be relevant? To summarize, pull Chaos if you do not have a banner main DPS like Natalie or Lacrimosa, or really need a second one. Pull if you desperately want to speed up your fishing to get the Hooked for Life title like a psychopath, or if you want to use the custom teleport for shenanigans. Do not pull Chaos if you have both Natalie and Lacrimosa, or are planning on investing heavily into Shinku and Iro next patch, because they are going to suck the life out of you. Although I do wonder if a Shinku, Chaos, Iroi, Hotori team would work well. That's something we don't have data on yet, so, you know, we'll revisit this in the future if that does end up being the case. And I guess if you're whaling, none of this really applies. Just go spend $1,000 on every character and enjoy obliterating every boss in about 30 seconds. But for the rest of us, the advice applies. I feel like that's all the bases pretty well covered. Please let me know your thoughts down in the comments below, and let me know if you agree or you disagree with my my verdict here, my judgment. Yeah, wait, my final verdict. That's what Chaos does. Oh, he gives them crimes and then he verdicts them. I just want to hear how the community is feeling and whether the first mail on stream in NTE, in Everness to Everness, has a chance. Like and sub, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.